This morning, police are investigating a possible hate crime at the Islamic Center of San Diego. We know 3 people were killed. Police say the suspects died of self-inflicted gunshots. They were teenagers. This was the scene yesterday. Dozens of officers and SWAT teams swarmed the area, and you're watching as children were escorted to safety. In the aftermath of the chaos, an all-too-familiar message from city officials condemning the violence.
I'll tell you what got me. Watching the kids come running out. Just thankful to be alive.
No one in our city should live in fear because of their identity, their faith, or their place of learning.
Anna Schecter is the head of the CBS News Crime and Public Safety Unit. She joins us now to explain what we do know. Anna, it is an all too familiar scene, but walk us through what we believe happened as events unfolded yesterday.
Well, the mother of one of those 2 suspects called police, worried her son was suicidal, saying he was missing, her vehicle was missing, multiple weapons missing from the home. She knew that he was with someone else wearing camouflage. And as she was on with police, she was piecing this together. So a threat warning went out already to local police a couple of hours before the shooting occurred. So once those 911 calls started coming in around 11:40 a.m. yesterday, local time, police rushed in. They had already been alerted to a threat. Thankfully, those 2 teenagers who opened fire did not strike any children, as you mentioned in that open. However, 3 men were killed, including a security guard. Those 2 suspects then left the mosque, started shooting elsewhere. Thankfully, another man survived, and then they took their own lives, according to our law enforcement sources.
And Anna, we mentioned that investigators are looking into this as a potential hate crime. Remarkable there that one of the suspects' parents was involved in trying to perhaps stop this from being worse. And you mentioned the security guard as well. So it sounds like all of this could have been much more deadly had it not been for the mother calling ahead of time and the security guard intervening.
That's exactly right. And we've seen this increase in targeted attacks on houses of worship. And you've had an increased amount of security training for security personnel at these locations. That might have been this situation. We saw that a couple of months ago at a temple in Michigan. And one thing I want to note about the hate crime, investigators are looking at things they found in the vehicle, etchings that could be on weapons. They're already combing through electronic devices. So there's a reason why they are calling this a potential hate crime. It's not just because the mosque was targeted. They're also reviewing writings and electronic messages and the like. And so there's a little bit more to it. And that's why they're using this terminology, according to my sources.
Yeah, and we're still within the first 24 hours of this, so it's all still very early. But the climate is happening. There is a climate around this of Islamophobia that seems to be increasing, according to some groups. Tell us about that.
Well, since the February 28th, this latest round, the most serious round of a war with Iran, you have seen, watchdog groups have seen an increased amount of online chatter, anti-Islam hate speech. And you always see this when world events come home. So this is typical. When we see conflict overseas, we see a spike in threats, rhetoric, and unfortunately, real-world attacks.
All right, Anna Schecter, live for us here from New York. Anna, thank you.